Hello, Zetsu here. This is a video I posted of Elementalist post nerf. So after the massive nerf to pretty much all Elementalist builds the other day, by completely removing the blast finishes on Evasive Arcana, I thought I would show a quick video I did basically the day after that. Well, actually it was 2 days after. For the first day I was inconsolable and just didn't play. But I just figured I would use some Righteous Fury and my Power of Cowardice to see if I could still do well in sPvP. Basically, I took the Evasive Arcana trait away because pointless now. I was a little bit annoyed that boon duration also got nerfed, so I've had to switch to might duration, and I now use the 3 stacks of might on cantrip, and I use it there because he is trying to use the Guardian Shield from stop me going in, so I'll teleport into the middle of that and get a dirty hit on him. Right, so on with the gameplay. It seems like we've got one guy on our catter who's been sort of assisting with the battle, so it's been going pretty well so far. I've just been like running around zerging angrily by myself sometimes, but just seeing if I could still do half decent damage, and with this build I can actually still keep up quite a lot of might. See, I hit that guy 5.3k, which is kind of harsh. I had to use my cantrip there to get out of an immobilize. Don't really like using the mist form unless I'm in genuine danger, but there I just didn't want to get trapped. And what you find with those hammers is that you tend to get knocked down a lot, and if you're knocked down you really can't do anything. So it looks like we are in a 3-on-2, but we've got some incoming treb fire, so that's all good, and basically they just keep getting knocked down and they can't res, so I use this opportunity to just try to finish them off. We get quite a couple of nice kills there. Yeah, rampaging. So I'm feeling pretty happy with myself as the first game back on Elementalist with this new build. Basically the same ideals as the old build, just try to keep the might stacks up the whole time and without being too squishy. And it seems to work with the cantrips. I was considering going 10 into Earth to use the Armour of Earth on 50%, but just for this build I'm quite tough already. But I think if you were a more power crit build, then that would be a really good choice. So yeah, I feel like I'm doing pretty good so far. As always, my slightly cowardly gameplay, and I have had a few people ask why I'm clicking, why I'm a clicker. And basically it's because I'm left-handed, and I really do want to get myself a nice gaming mouse, and I've had a look at those one-handed keyboards, but they all seem to be optimized for right-handed people, and I really don't see the advantage of using one if I'm not able to control my character just with my thumb. At the moment I do a mixture of clicking and button presses, and it works really well for me. And the way that I think about Guildwars is it's not really about tech skill that much, it's just about situational awareness and when you should be using the skills rather than breakneck execution. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Okay, so I thought I'd go for a little bit of a scout. We've still got the point lead, so just been trying to make sure that we've got 2 points at all times. It's just an easy way to. Loving that, the lightning strike to teleport on Churning Earth. It's just so effective because if you don't use it, they tend to just get out of the range of it. And even though it's quite a commonplace tactic now, a lot of people just don't see it come in, or I don't know, they just don't anticipate it very well, so it's almost always a free sort of massive hit, which is awesome. Yeah, I tried to chase this Guardian down, but I just keep getting crippled. But it's all good, we got him eventually. Yeah, we seem to be against a lot of Guardians in this game, and it really makes stomping annoying because they area stomp everyone just gets smashed back. Yeah, I'm still loving my damage with the might. I mean, I do feel like I do miss the Evasive Arcana because it was just such a fun way of playing, but I mean, you really keep up the might stacking builds. At some points in this fight I do have 25 stacked, and I saw earlier with fire grab I hit someone 5.3k as well, which was pretty epic. And yeah, it does make me a little bit more squishy in other respects, because it's harder to keep up the other boons, but with the cantrips and the auras, you generally, you know, you keep a fair decent amount up. I just wish they would maybe reintroduce the evasive arcana finishers, but with a cooldown. That would be kind of cool. It just seemed like I have noticed Ride the Lightning has improved, to be fair, so that's kind of cool. But it seems like the updates to the conjured spells are a bit token, because if you use the conjures, you kind of have to build around them, and you sacrifice everything that the Elementalist has got to offer in certain respects. Anyway, yeah, so another fight. I think we got a 2 on... Oh, no, it was 2 on 1, but it's 2 on 4, 5 now, so I didn't have anything on cooldown that I'd like to use as an opener, so I was just sort of waiting around. I don't like to rush into Guardians, because they always have these AoE effects down, and the longer you stay in them, it just seems to affect you more and more. So I used the Churning Earth teleport again, and it hits him really hard. And I love the bleeds. I would consider making a condition damage build just for that, really, because those bleeds are just so nice. Is I actually worked out which auto attacks do the best damage in what situations. If you're a general power build like myself, I've got quite a decent amount of power, pretty much no condition damage, but when might is up you get quite a nice amount. The most powerful auto attack is the fire one, assuming you can hit with every hit, then it's the best. But if you can only hit with 2, you're better off using the earth. The earth is actually a very close second. It's almost as powerful as the fire on all 3 hits. The water and lightning are both very weak in terms of damage per second, but they obviously the water one does vulnerability, and the lightning one can hit 3 people. Personally though, for group fights I prefer to just use the AoE skills. I kept getting dazed there, and even with Churning Earth teleport, they just had enough sort of knockbacks for down and dazes that it just didn't work. But yeah, anyway, so fire auto attack is the most powerful against taking anything down that's just pure power or doesn't move, or you can hit with all 3 hits. Otherwise, the earth one is the best choice. Even if the bleeds don't hit their full duration, which is quite common, it still does a reasonable amount of damage. Definitely comparable to the fire one. Okay, anyway, so I didn't really... Most of the commentary today was just ranting, so sorry about that, but yeah, it was a 19 kill, 0 death, and I was pretty pleased with that, since it was my first match in the last couple of days. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it makes you realise that even with the nerfs, Ellie is still a cool class to play, and it can still be fun for your dagger builds. Feel really bad for the staff builds, but anyway, see you guys later.